sell me big 30. Played the game like James Worthy. Ain't no honor amongst these thieves. I spill blood on these leaves. I break out in beast mode. Pistols in your peephole. Have your life on repo. GTA the cheat code. I live by the G code. Went to trial for Ricos. Then we back them COs. Show you how to treat hoes. In 3D we kill trolls. For the trauma we pour foes. Go through pain to reach goals. Pull up in that red rose.
Back.
Alright.
We fly S550 up, cool.
Yeah.
No, bro.
All that.
I'm bad.
Real rough.
Yeah.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, man, y'all see what's going on. J Hood, you know what I'm saying, Brayz and Nba2. So y'all see J Hood, you know what I'm saying, fresh out that bean, you know what I'm saying, and it looks like he got out on Bray's birthday, you know what I'm saying. So Brayz is like, you know, that's a blessing. That was a present to him. You know, he posted them on the stories and stuff like that, and it looked like they've been tapping in or whatever the case may be. Now, amongst that, right, Brayz spoke about, you know, something that was very controversial, you know, a few days ago. You know what I'm saying, with my brother, what a lot of people spoke on it, you know. For the most part, you know, I really didn't entertain the negativity or entertain what the internet wanted me to entertain by attaching my name to it. Aunt Hefe brother this, Aunt Hefe brother that, you know what I'm saying. But however, probably like a few days or a week, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, this situation happened, my brother was on live with Brayz, you know what I'm saying. Him and Brayz, they have a relationship. You know, they've been locked up, you know what I'm saying, they had trooped with each other, you know what I'm saying, for years at a time. And YA and stuff like that. I don't know if they had a chance to run into each other doing their stints in the county jail or anything like that. But, you know, my little brother came on live, and just like a lot of dudes just turned up from any hoods, you know, they got vulgar language and vulgar behavior, you know what I'm saying? So when he came online, you know what I'm saying, with Brayz, he said some things, you know, that was very controversial, you know what I'm saying, and disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, to other hoods and stuff like that. That's the way he talk. That's the way a lot of these dudes talk out here, right? But during this situation that just went viral on the net, you know, Brayz under the impression that my brother was catching a lot of flack from this because he was on Brayz Who's podcast, and we all know that Brayz, you know, having differences, you know, with that community and stuff like that, you know, and had his little, you know, mishaps, you know, and stuff like that with that community because they are enemies, you know what I'm saying? But I have a different opinion, and I know different of the situation, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely about to get into this content, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like Brayz might be on his way home. So that's something else that almost slipped my mind and I wanted to touch up on too. So Tiny Brayz, which I didn't know that was his crime partner, it looked like that he ain't got his murder case in or whatever case he was on, which Brayz say that is his crimey. He got it overturned, and it's looked like, you know, he's about to go home. And when they overturn one co-defendant, more than likely they overturn the other ones, unless it's just like some special allegations and everything is being blamed on you and this person just, you know, caught flack by accessory. But like Brayz says, you know what I'm saying, y'all can hear it out his mouth, he'd be on his way home, being that Tiny Brayz, his co-defendant, just got his case overturned, you know, and don't nobody want to be in that jail, you know what I'm saying? That jail, you know, is turned down like these streets is turned down. The only difference is in these streets, you know what I'm saying, you can pick and do what you want to do, as long as you ain't tied down or nothing or no paperwork, you know, you can travel, you know, come as you go and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the players are the same, you know what I'm saying? They rotating from these jails to the streets, you know, and back and forth. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we about to get into this content, and you already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
On
GM, I was supposed to have J Hood is bounce on my shit. You know that's my bro. On lanes when I beat the shit, he out and send a video on lanes. I said never. We all about to get out because I'm for sure gonna bounce. I don't fuck with none of that other shit. Say nobody know what's going on like you do. My sis know I'm getting on. I know I'm in jail. Blah, blow it down. Drink. My people's gonna go up for me. Can grab a nut. You know my sis on here. Tap in. Not to worry about what nobody say. All I know is, Jesus Christ. It's on. The sky's the limit with baby Brayz. I'm not hating on nobody. I ain't got no reason to hate. Don't give a fuck. It's up. On GM, I just can't wait because the time always tick. On Bloods, and then I'ma go home. The biggest thing they did was that they about to let Tiny Brayz out of jail. GM. What? It's one of the bros on my case. And it said, let him out of jail. Why not let me out of jail? Lives. Thought it was over. Never over. If I ever cat to you, all I'm asking on 109th Street Bottles on cat. Birthday is up. Tomorrow I'm dropping my cash app on here. It's going up. Dead homies. 9th Street though. My bro just got out. Hey, ain't that dope though? Real shit. If the people on here that know what's going on. On 412 too. Ain't that another sign that the nigga he hood just got out? J Hood. Keep it on 9th Street. Dead homies. I was just tapping in my nigga Cincinnati, my nigga Kills. GM. Blood said he know for a Figaro fact I'm coming home. He say I be sent back just thinking about all the shit that you be having going on for a nigga that barely even like locked in with you like that, but you know, whoop you whoop on Bloods. He said, nigga, on the dead homies, I see the universe with you on. Go live, dead homies. I had my boy NBA on here. NBA2. Made trade. Said that's my little brother. NBA2 on here. Blah, blah, blah. We popping it back. Why, a week later, a couple days later, I see everybody posting, he going viral, he going crazy. But in my head, I'm like, it's crazy how everybody want to flip on it as soon as he come on the Who's. It's crazy because NBA niggas dead homies. Niggas are riding. They don't give a fuck what you get drunk off of or they mad NBA deal with a nigga. That's what happened. Like that's another thing. Because what he had going on Jesus Christ, that's not right now. Let me tell y'all, the shit he just started popping about has nothing to do with me. On Bloods, I was with NBA before he got out the Y on 412. And when he got out the Y, he was tripping on everything. You know, he went through his phase. He a young nigga, blah, blah, blah. He tripping on everything. And then people would chill out. He drink, he do his thing right now. That's bro.
All right, so y'all heard it right there. So first and foremost, right, you got to manifest it. You got to manifest to come home. You know what I'm saying? Anything in life, a lot of things, you got to manifest as well as pray. You know what I'm saying? And manifest, station, and pray, you know, that's a form, you know what I'm saying, of, you know what I'm saying, hope. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of hope. You know what I'm saying? You hoping in something and you know what I'm saying, radiant that energy, you know what I'm saying, and bringing it in, you know what I'm saying, because you manifesting it, you know, you thinking about it. This is the thing that orbits around you. Now, like I said, it seemed like, you know, it's Codefendant, which he mentioned is Tiny Brayz and also his little homie. It looked like whatever case they had together or was on, it looked like that this case is overturned. So Brayz is feeling like, man, y'all overturned it for bro. It ain't no way that y'all ain't gonna overturn it for me. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel the exact same way. You know, my co-defendant, you know, that's on the case with me, he gets something overturned. It's only so long that y'all can hold me in or not overturn my stuff or show me some love or lessen my charge or whatever the case may be. Just give me some action, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's definitely a good look. One of yours going home and definitely freed some things up and it opened up the case, you know what I'm saying, for you to be next in line. And that's how he feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, man, I'm next in line, man. They just let little bro out, you know, people I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying? saying that just basically the stuff he's doing from behind bars, starting the who's who, getting it popping on the internet, going viral, having other, celebrities, tap in, speak to him and stuff like that. He making moves from behind bars. You feel me? He's definitely doing better than a lot of the people that's out here on the asphalt, that's on the concrete. It's people that's sitting around daily, that's broke, that's not doing nothing, and B Brayz is definitely running the checkup. You know what I'm saying? They ain't stopping him. You know what I'm saying? They terminated like 2 or 3 accounts, and he keep on coming back. You know what I'm saying? Coming back with that grit. He ain't found the lane. And free him. Free anybody. Free anybody behind them bars that had done their time, that had went down, you know what I'm saying, for, the belief, that had went down, for a cause, you know what I'm saying, for the cause, at the time, you know what I'm saying. I just say, amongst, that journey, hopefully, you smartened up, you learned something, you know what I'm saying, and you can come out here and apply that. Now, we're going to get to this Nba2 situation. So, as I was saying, Nba2, him and Brayz have an extensive history, you know what I'm saying, being in jail with each other, you know what I'm saying, fights, riots, stuff like that. They have built a relationship, you know what I'm saying, that's, strong, they rock with each other, you know what I'm saying. So, Nba2 went live with Brayz the other night, they was chopping it up. They was talking about their days and why ain't like that. Who was with the business, who ranked, you know what I'm saying, who did this, who did that, stuff like that, reminiscing, memory lane. So, Brayz under the impression, right, being that Nba2 hopped on this live, went live with him, and they was chopping it up, he feel like that, the members, you know what I'm saying, feel some type of way because they are at odds, with Brayz and his community. But I'm going to say different, and I'm going to be logical about the matter, and not because that I'm trying to please anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's just this how I feel, and I'm going to be logical. Let's make it make sense, right? A lot of hoods, definitely big hoods, are prideful. A lot of these big hoods that have reputations are very prideful. So if anybody get on the net and they diss anybody hood, you know what I'm saying, that they're not at odds with, is going to hit different. Even if Brayz or somebody that was at odds with that community, if they got on here and they was intoxicated and they just was like, F, wooty woo, wooty woo woo, it's gonna go viral. Everybody's gonna run it the next day. All the content creators gonna, hey, wooty woo, you know what I'm saying, drunk or high, and he said this. Just like the same thing happened with Nba2. But I don't think that it hit any harder because he was on live with Brayz, and Brayz is from Diva Lanes, you know what I'm saying? I think it just hit hard because who it was and what he said, you know what I'm saying? It's just as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that situation happened, you know what I'm saying? It hit hard because of who he was and what he said. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with him being on live with Brayz that people looking at it like, oh yeah, he a sympathizer with them, you know what I'm saying, with the Diva Lanes or whatever the case may be, we don't beef with the lanes either, but that is just, a relationship, you know what I'm saying? That's a relationship between Nba2, you know what I'm saying, and Brayz, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody, he's just embraced, you know what I'm saying, and did time with, and they both, you know what I'm saying, have a liking for each other. But when you got like, you know what I'm saying, a deep hood, let's just even say like if it was another hood, that was deep and have a reputation, and they got dissed like that by anybody, it's gonna go viral, you know what I'm saying, because it's the internet. And then definitely when you have people that's oppositions of that hood, you know what I'm saying, tagging a post and they posting it too, of course, anybody's, you know what I'm saying, gonna feel some type of way, as they should, you know what I'm saying? But, with that situation, that brought on, you know what I'm saying, disrespect, you know what I'm saying, from their side as well, you know what I'm saying? The same thing he did, you know what I'm saying, they posted, you know what I'm saying similar stuff. And just for me, I disagree, you know what I'm saying, with it, you know what I'm saying, wholeheartedly and totally, you know what I'm saying, because you shouldn't get on the internet. Nobody should get on the internet talking about anything you done. You know what I'm saying? Definitely talking, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be talking about anything you done, whether real or fake. You know what I'm saying? Whether false, true, whether under the influence and just talking. You shouldn't just get on the internet, you know what I'm saying certain things. And like I said, when I seen it, I felt it was tacky, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know what I'm saying, if he said that hood, regardless if he said another hood and said the same thing, I would have felt it was tacky. Like, well, bro, what you doing? Take that down. He was saying that's weird. And that's what it was to me. But, like, no, it ain't got nothing to do with him being on live with you, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, the magnitude, you know what I'm saying, of what he said, you know what I'm saying? You got proud people, you know what I'm saying, from everywhere, you know? I'm pretty sure anybody gonna react out to that and feel some type of way. And just with the internet, you know, with they messiness, you know, they don't care, you know what I'm saying? They gonna say it's on the internet, you know, they not gonna never think to be like, oh, hey, something can come of this, you know, somebody can get unalive, you know what I'm saying, behind this, you know, they're going to push the narrative and they're going to try to throw flames on the fires and blame it, oh man, it's on the internet, so you can react to it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. So that's just how that situation go. But with that being said, man, I'm going to conclude this there, man. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
We have an after party, rooftop party. No men need to apply. No men need to apply. Ladies, we having a rooftop after party tonight, and we're gonna go live like Astroglide. You hear me? No Diddy. Diddy won't be at this party, baby. It's just me and y'all. Are you ready? Ladies, let's go live like Astroglide. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go, hey ladies, pull up to the party tonight, rooftop, invite only. Invite only, baby. You know what I'm saying? Invite only, baby. Real talk. Only ladies. We're not interested in bringing no men out. Bring all the ladies. I got everything you need, baby. We're gonna go live like a PS5. We're gonna go live like that Astroglide, baby. We got the #1 solution on the market right now, ladies. Pull up. Invite only.